about the player from the dirty, that's too bad. Cause I don't entertain no shit unless it's worth it. Putting a hacksaw to his wrists and ankles, shank that 15 different angles. Praying for his life, it ain't no hell or heaven, ain't no angels. I need the
Welcome to Serpentine Speaks, where no longer Has discusses. It's Serpentine Speaks from now on. My name is Mike Serpentine, and we're doing another episode of this podcast. And we're going to be interviewing VAQUERO, and he is a member of Criminalistic Records, and he has a lot of songs with members on Criminalistic Records, and Isaac, of course. And Isaac's just a legendary producer. I just love what he has going on, and I love what VAQUERO has been doing. And my first introduction to his music was Catch a Bullet. Now, what's your favorite instrument or kind of sound that you hear when you hear a beat or make a beat? Like, what's your favorite part of instrumentals?
My favorite instrument of sound. Honestly, it's between the melody and the beat. I would say mostly the melody because the melody is what gets me into the vibe of what I'm gonna write about. You know, a lot of my music has to do with like the atmosphere and shit. So if the melody is just right with a certain style, you know, I can wrap my lyrics around that and make it work. But I like the bass a lot too, like because the bass makes how do I put it in words? Like it adds a like a sort of thickness to the beat. So like it makes it a lot more raw, a lot more underground. And depending on what kind of bass, you know, it can vary really, but mostly the melody. That's really the heart of it to me.
Yeah, cause you have a thing where like a lot of your songs have that the wet laser shit. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, you know what I mean, where it's kind of more like you know what I'm talking about though. Like it's more of a wetter type of bass. Like it's more like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a laser beam. You know what I mean? And I love that shit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That kind of brings me back to like what's your favorite type of like bass like that you like to hear on a song?
Hmm.
Like the longer ones or the
Well,
shorter ones? You know what I mean?
I I like the longer ones. I'm not gonna lie, because those come out a lot more G funk type. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've heard it or not, but my song "Strat for Cash," produced by Isaac, that has some pretty good bass like that in it. And that
Yeah.
one's a pretty good. That's a pretty motherfucking good song. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Now on like G Funk and a lot of like sounds like that, um, you draw from a lot of different sounds, but um, some of what you do is like horrorcore. Like you have some pretty violent songs, you have some pretty chill songs. Like Mind Over Matter is a more chill song. I love that song and the scratches. But in general,
Yeah.
when it comes to horrorcore, I want to ask your opinion on something. There's three amazing horrorcore scenes. From the past 30, 40 years, however long it's been. There's the Memphis horrorcore scene. There's Detroit horrorcore with like ICP and Isham and all that, and then there's Sacramento horrorcore with like Sibo and Bubble and Chung. What's your favorite of the three? Memphis, Detroit, or Sacramento?
Well, I mean, personally, like, I don't know about the term horrorcore. I don't like that one, but I would like to just classify it as gangster rap. But at the end of the day, I get what you're saying. So, out of the three, Memphis, Detroit, or Sacramento, like Bay Area, uh, horrorcore. Let's see. Uh, I don't know. I feel like I pulled a lot of influence from Brother Lynch and a lot of Black Market Records. Another group out in the Bay Area, Dark Room Familia, big influence on my music. Like especially with production, like my own production. I've sampled them a grip of times, and I grew up listening to them, and I still listen to them. So a lot of the Bay Area, I guess of what you would call horrorcore is what I fuck with the most. But definitely Memphis too. A lot of the album Fully Loaded was inspired by like Fraser Click and shit like that. So yeah,
Thank you, Fraser Click. Okay, thank you. That shit is, I love Fraser Click and like South Memphis gangsters and just shit like that. Like there's a lot of groups. I like more like Memphis groups than individual rappers. I think that the Memphis kind of had a strength with like the groups like Children of the
yeah.
Corn and like 196 Click is some. Yeah, I don't hear a lot of people talking about like 196 Click.
One
Like
night 196 Click, there's that album that they have. I forget the name of it that I really like. Like, there's two songs out of it that I really fuck with though, and the beats are amazing. Whoever produced for 196 Click, I don't know, but whoever did their motherfucking thing on that shit because I
yeah,
fuck with it.
Yeah, he's probably like a car dealer. Like a lot of them. What I love about that is like a lot of them made like two tapes and then they went back to work. Like you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like in
A
high
lot of
school.
a lot of them are like small time DJs, and then some of them were a lot more long term. And then they ended up being a little bigger out there, like DJ Sound. I think he still DJs, just not as not on the same level that he used to.
Yeah. I just love that scene, and I'm glad that like I'm glad I heard like the specifics of the Sacramento influence because like that's why I put that in the top three of like gangster rap. I don't know, I just use it's horrorcore gangster rap.
Yeah,
Terminologies
yeah,
don't matter, but you know what I mean. I just doing it for the questionnaire.
yeah.
But I'm glad that I heard like the specifics. I want to write down that group that you said. What was that
Dark
group that
room,
you
dark room familia.
Dark Room Familia. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that later. I know about Berlin, but yeah, like I just heard that and I was like, dude, I want to see if this guy knows about. And you do. It's cool. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
who got you into Sacramento? Rap like or Bay Area stuff. Like, was it just you or was like a family member or just you
I
know?
know Brother Lynch was probably Brother Lynch was my first like introduction to Bay Area, Sacramento area, what you would call horrorcore, gangster rap, et cetera, et cetera. So Brother Lynch, I'm trying to remember. It was either my pops or my primo who told me that shit. They told me about him being like a crazy ass rapper who would rap about like fucking like he used to call himself the baby killer and shit. And I was like, what the? I was like, what the fuck? Like this was a bit like he's calling himself the baby killer. He raps and shit. And then I heard his music, and I mean, don't get me wrong, some of his bars are weird as fuck, but like some of his shit is really good. And then it went from there to like the rest of Black Market Records. One of the, well, I don't know. I think they're part of Sin City Records, but one of Brother Lynch's like close affiliates from back in the day. There was a trio called Doomsday Productions, and I found them for the first time. Like I heard their album and their music all together for the very first time on cassette because I bought their tape "Pray for Me" in a pack of tapes, and I was like, "Word, it's got Brother Lynch on it." So I was like, "Fuck it!" I popped it in. Man, "Pray for Me" by Doomsday Productions is to this day is one of my favorite hip hop albums, hands down.
I'm writing this down. Pray for me. That's a good like you're putting me on right now to that shit. But I got into them through like SIBO. Would you consider yourself a fan of SIBO and just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. Sibo's one of the goats. I can't lie. Even DJ Screw would have said the same thing. Sibo is DJ Screw's favorite rapper. I think he said that on a Screw tape, I believe.
that's amazing, I did not know that.
Yeah, Sibo's cold. There's a song he has on his first tape, Gas Chamber, called "Bald Head Nut." I fuck with that one, man.
Yeah, well, the thing about a lot of those rappers in that area, in that time is that's just straight up disturbing. But
Yeah, bro.
like, I don't know how else to put it. Like,
Yeah,
you,
hey man, like
I fuck with it though. Yeah.
The times was different then, and like especially in the Bay Area, since we're on the subject of Bay Area music right now. Their area was, I mean, shit, it was rough at the time of the like release of the music, like them albums and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what they was talking about was just their surroundings. Same can go for like motherfuckers out here. That's what I do. I just rap out the shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just this is the shit that happens here.
And we can go into that now. So you reference the 210 frequently in your music. Now, what area is I obviously Googled it. I know what area it is, but what area
Yeah.
is it? And for the audience, and what's it like being from there? And yeah.
Shit, if you know, you know, partner. But I'm from the Tone, straight up and down, Tone City takeover. That's San Antonio, Texas, for you. Heart of the South. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing living here. It was amazing growing up here. I mean, shit. A lot of shit can get negative. Don't get me wrong. It can get ugly. It can get pretty. Whatever's clever. But I love it here. At the end of the day, this is my home, and I wouldn't be me without it. So therefore, I represent it to the motherfucking fullest, and that's why I always mention it in my music and shit. Even my homies will give me a hard time about mentioning it too much, but you know what I'm saying. Like I got to show love for my city, man. Shout out everybody from my city. There's a lot of good rappers, good bands out here, especially the bands, bro. There's a grip of motherfuckers I could shout out, but I don't even know. Like that's a long list.
Let me think of. Let me. I got like two on the top of my head from there, but like DJV Siren and Adam the Shinobi, I think are from there.
I don't know about the Siren. I think I might have a show with him coming up. And Adam Shinobi, I know about him, but I don't fuck with him.
Yeah. So, and on the topic of like, hometowns, like, yeah, when I was like a kid, I used to like want to like move to LA and all this stuff. And then I kind of got mature and was like, okay, like community college is cheap. I'm gonna stay in Delaware, but that's another topic. Um, and then like on the topic of like hometown love, it's like I heard a Soulja song and he was talking. There was like a sample from it, and it was talking about like if you really want to come up in like music or stuff like that, you got to like kind of be around your surroundings and just kind of like find people near you in person. Because like this internet shit is fun, but like sometimes it's fun to just stick with like who you're around and like your
Yeah,
area and make shit in person with people. Like that's where I've had the most fun is
yeah,
like
bro.
doing shows with people in person because I make music too. But that's we need to talk about that. But
Yeah, yeah.
once you get older, the more you love where you're from. At the end of the day.
Right. I feel that. Like for example, like how do I put it, man? Like I've been here my whole life, and it's just the heart of where everything starts for me. So I have to represent it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But when it comes to shouting out my people out here, you know what I'm saying? It might be a short list that I might miss a few motherfuckers, but if you my homie, I fuck with you. Shout out UFP, shout out Lip, shout out Inner Self, fucking Upsurge. Shout out my Corpus Christi homies and Lowball, you know what I'm saying? They're not San Antonio, but damn near, you feel me? We got love for them. Shout out fucking Joust, Incisor, Closed Casket, all them fools, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with them, Skin Peeler, all that shit. Shit, San Antonio takeover, bro. Tone City takeover, all the way. That's what we're doing this year. And yeah, like, I've done a lot, I've been in this shit doing it like on the internet with me like rappers through criminalistic, 6 feet deep. A number of rappers, that I know are from out of town that I met through like the internet and shit, just fucking with some music shit. But it's definitely nice going out doing shows locally, and pulling up and like knowing everybody and like really fucking with it, put it on for the city because like everybody really needs that platform out here. We're not really looked on as much. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't look at San Antonio like that. So it's just we're all trying to come up. Even if I'm last place, I want at least one of these fools to make it to the top. That's all I want. I just want the city to succeed. So that's why I represent it so much.
I respect that a lot. I respect that a lot. I fuck with that. And the shows that you're doing is do you have one coming up? Just speak about that and what songs will you be performing there?
I have a show, a potential show in March. Um, I can't really speak too much info on that, but best believe it's going to be some real San Antonio shit going on that night. It's going to be one hell of a lineup. You already know. So best believe, if you follow me, stay posted, you know what I'm saying? But shit, we got one in June 8th though in Fort Worth. Shout out A17 Madhouse Records. They're putting that bitch together. It's gonna be me, my partner Zach Rabbit, my partner Dead Hippie, and my motherfucking brother Sly, Type One, Iceman, the Kingpin, Player Slim. It's going down. It's gonna be a lot of real shit that night in
Iceman,
Fort Worth, Texas.
that lineup. Oh my god, dude, Iceman. I was just emailing him back and forth about an interview, cause and Zach Rabbit too, and like anything Zach Rabbit and Dead Hippie is just like a masterpiece. Like I love.
Oh yeah, bro. They complement each other so well musically.
I'm very dude, that I wish I'm like maybe I'll come down there, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah,
because it will be the summer, damn, bro,
yeah,
that's actually a crazy lineup. That is amazing. And Sly too.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be one hell of a show for real. And then a lot of the homies within each label are gonna pull up. So it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers in the same room for like the first time ever. Like it's gonna be a lot of shit going down that night in Fort Worth, Texas, June 8th. 2K2 Trey.
That is yeah. So like you've obviously done a couple of performances. What's your favorite song of yours to perform, like in general? like that you
My
do every
favorite
now and
songs to
then?
perform, shit. When it comes to my favorite songs to perform, it's a tie between. Well, fuck. I don't know. I performed a song called "Hitting Corners" that was only a song that you could hear if you saw me live. You know, it was not on SoundCloud. It wasn't on Spotify. None of that shit. Right, and it's a good song, but only one crowd saw it. But that was easily one of my best like reactions for sure. Like out of all my shows and out of all the reactions I got from tracks, "Hitting Corners" was probably the best one. But my one of my favorite ones to perform lately has been "Death to Hugh Cross Me," produced by Ghost Town of 6 Feet Deep.
Yeah, that's a good. I was just that's a good song.
Yeah, I like that one. Strat for Cash with Isaac, that's a pretty good one to perform too. I like that. Sleep Paralysis, that one always does some shit.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Me and you were talking earlier about like cassettes and like when we were talking about like Bay Area stuff. What like cassette that you own? I assume you like own a lot of cassettes and stuff. What's your favorite like cassette that you own that you like will never get rid of?
My favorite cassette. I gotta go look. Shit. Let me hop in the room real quick.
Yeah, no
Uh,
problem.
shit. I'm never getting rid of my Joust in a self split tape. That shit's never leaving. Shit. I don't know if a lot of motherfuckers are gonna know this. They're probably not, but the fucking Godfathers of San Antonio hip hop, PKO. I have one of their cassettes. That shit is never leaving the deck. That shit is never leaving my house. I mean, that's like a prized possession right there for sure. Because that's San Antonio history, and it's the OG press. It's in great condition. Whoever sent this shit to me, bro, they kept that shit up pretty well.
There
I
you go.
also have I have like a couple No Limit tapes that I fuck with. I have Death Human, Spiritual Human. I fuck with those. The SPM tapes in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I got the DJ Screw version.
Damn, bro, you got a lot of shit. I only got
Yeah,
like a couple.
yeah. Oh, those are the ones that I just wouldn't trade like or sell for nothing. Like the other ones, I could probably give them up. Oh wait, nah, I can't get rid of the peeler tape either. I can't do that. But yeah, there's a lot of them that I just would not give up, bro. Like I fuck with my tapes. When I buy tapes, it's usually going to be something that I really fuck with because a lot of these tapes are getting expensive now.
Yeah, you don't just buy anything, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, like
Shit,
I
I'm going to Houston. Hopefully, I'll get some screw tapes soon.
stop by this. They still have that store, right?
Yeah, they still got the screw shop.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to. I got sent a They did like a screwed up click, but like a bunch of like Kevin the Creep songs, and Sick Records sent me one of their vinyls, and I was like, man, like I just want to go to that store so badly and just buy
Yeah,
a bunch of shit. Like honestly.
yeah, it's a pretty nice spot. I've been there before. I never went inside though. I guess it wasn't open the day I pulled up, but yeah, it's a pretty nice spot though. I got a couple homies that went there recently and not recently. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a couple. I got a grip of homies. I've been there. They've been telling me about it. They're sending pictures and shit. So it's like that's what's up.
I wonder if they got metal albums there. I wonder where.
They do.
No, I wonder. Like, I hope it's not
Oh,
just. I don't know. That would be interesting. Like,
that'd be hard for
I don't know. I wonder if DJ Screw listen to metal music. Probably not, but I mean, maybe. You know.
shit. I guarantee you, as a musician, he's probably listened to that shit at least once.
Yeah, I
Did he?
would.
Did he fuck with it? That I can't answer.
Yeah, I would pay for a video of him listening to like a Mayhem album or like a Slay. I don't know. That'd be funny. But
It'd be fuck a Mayhem album. It'd be hard to see him listen to like fucking anything like that, bro. Like, could you imagine DJ Screw like bumping some Mortician or No Retreat?
that would be fine.
That shit'd be crazy.
Yeah. Shit. What's like the what like who got you into making music? Like, was it just you, or was it like a brother? Was it school? Did you play the clarinet or whatever? Like, who got you into making music?
Well, at first. It was just me, you know, on the street rapping with homies, freestyling and shit.
Yeah.
You know, we'd get fucked up, you know, talk about shit, and then we'd end up, you know, doing what we had to do for the day, and then chopping it up and freestyling on a beat. It didn't matter what kind of beat we'd put on a beat, or we'd fucking beatbox, tap the table or some shit. You know, we'd make it happen. And so it was mostly just the motherfuckers I kicked it with then, but that's old news. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the real inspiration to record my shit and really take it to the next level and actually pursue it as a musical endeavor was my uncle JD, man. Long live that motherfucker. Rest in peace. He died in 2019, man. But I'll never forget the shit he says me. Like the shit he used to tell me all the time, man. Is, you know, just stay consistent. You know, like same shit my mom would tell me too. You know, like my mom's a real big supporter of my shit. You know, she's always just like stay consistent. You know, and keep striving for what you got to do. And you know, that's why I try to repeat with all my people too. You know, you just gotta stay consistent. I try to pass down their legacy somehow. Cause you know, I miss that motherfucker, man, and I wish you could see how far the progress done came. But you know, shit happens. You know, time flies, comes and goes real fast, and you know, next thing you know, one day they're here, next day they're gone. So you know, I can't really control that. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, shout out my uncle JD. I wouldn't be rapping for jack shit on a mic or no public platform for jack shit if it wasn't for him. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's really all the credit goes to him.
That's a beautiful story right there, man. Like, sorry for your loss, but man, like, I wish, the family supporting that. Not everyone, not every family will support like a musical endeavor. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, we can just be grateful that family supports that shit. Because at the end of the day, like,
Yeah, bro.
I got older, and when I was young, I just hated family and shit. And now it's like that shit. Family is everything now. But and
Family, family's everything, homie.
like at the end of the day, like, I'm glad we both are on that level, man. Like, yeah. Shouts out to
Yeah,
those
bro.
family members that support fucking musicians, cause
Oh god.
I hate
And
to
yeah,
hear
you
that
know,
shit when family don't like let people make music and shit. Like,
yeah, and you know, like in my family, it's a lot of music. You know, JD rapped himself. You know, he rapped with a lot of fools from like back in the day in San Antonio. Like, there's a lot of unfamiliar names, but you know, a lot of them fools were associated with like Third Degree, King Kali, and shit, Lavola. So it was mostly San Antonio shit. But my uncle JD rapped. My uncle JJ did too. Uh, I got relatives that produced also, you know, and then I have some relatives that do guitar and shit. You know, they playing like, or they used to play in like bands and shit. But you know, it's just a lot of little music shit going on in the family. Mostly hip hop though. You know, I was raised on this shit, so it was more so like just being passed down. Like you're just gonna continue the fucking family thing where we just rapping and shit.
like after this, I want you to put me on like some classic like San Antonio songs, and I'll do reaction videos to them. Because I mean,
I
like,
guess.
you're getting me into some like untapped gold mine. Apparently, you're honestly only one of the few San Antonio rappers I've really heard. So, you know, I'm excited. We'll talk about this later, but yeah, put me on later, and I'll do some
I
videos
got
about
you,
them.
bro. I got you.
Um, so a lot of your music is with like Isaac and Criminalistic. So like, how'd you get involved with them, and what can you say about what Criminalistic Records and that team brings to the table?
Shit. I met Isaac around 2020 when I was just dropping beat tapes under the name Spade Davis. I used to go by a different name. This was before Vaquero. I used to go by Spade Davis because, you know, Davis, that's my last name. And Spade, I just thought that shit sounded cool. So I was just like, fuck it, throw it in front of there. And then, you know, eventually went to Vaquero. But shit, I met him around that time. I'm all trailing off the fucking topic, my ADHD ass. But shit, yeah, I met Isaac around that time, 2020, 2021. And, you know, from there, the rest is history. Criminalistic Records, though, the rest of them fools, like, I met Sly, bro. Like, that fool is, you know, basically, like, Like I would ride or die for that fool. That's the homie, you know what I'm saying? Sly's my motherfucking half brother, you know what I'm saying? So, I fuck with him the long way. And Aaron, all them, we all kind of met around the same time, 2020, 2021, and then eventually I joined Criminalistic Records, and down the line also 6 Feet Deep Records. And I own my own label, Southern Exposure, as well. So it's right currently at this very moment in time. I'm currently riding with 3 labels.
That's cool, bro.
One of
You got a
which
lot of
being my
shit going
own.
on. Bro, you got a lot of shit going on, and I respect that. You seem like you got a good work ethic with this shit,
I
and
appreciate that, bro.
yeah, and a lot of that shit is very a lot of the criminalistic and you and stuff is very well done and raw, with what you guys are trying to do, even just the lyrics too, it's just Isaac's production, your production, and now I'm gonna. Is there any Spade Davis online? Because I'm gonna research the hell out of that.
There's probably some on YouTube. Yeah, there's probably some Spade Davis on YouTube. There is Spade Davis tapes on my. Oh no, I put them on private, so those are off. Those are off my SoundCloud, but there might be re-uploads. But yeah, I ended up just retitling them as Vaquero tapes. But at first they were Spade Davis tapes. But if you're looking for Spade Davis shit, you're more lucky to find them on YouTube because that's where a lot of that shit went. It was it was mostly just chopped and screwed beat tapes. I made a boom bap tape at one point that was odd. A lot of G funk shit too, and shit. Yeah,
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna make a Spade Davis archive account. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. Nah, I mean maybe you know what I mean, but
yeah,
that would be cool. But
yeah.
I just want to say shout out to all three of y'all and all the groups you got going on. And I'm glad we did this interview. Just let me know what music you have coming out that you could speak on before are gonna wrap this up, or any announcements.
Hey man, Chronic Display, the full tape just came out fucking December 30th or November 30th. Honestly can't remember, but that motherfucker is out. So y'all motherfuckers go stream that shit on all platforms. Shit, we're gonna perhaps, maybe, possibly, I don't know, put it on cassette. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe, just maybe. I don't want to speak too much on it, but we might. And then we got Personal Vendetta. That's another album that's coming out. That one's currently unreleased, but the holy grail of this shit, the tape that I've been waiting to put out for show is Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? When Volume 1 comes out, it's only up from there. You know what I'm
Volume one of
saying?
what?
'Cause Volume 1, Vaquero Volume 1.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've yet to make a Volume 1 tape. And the difference with Volume 1 and all my other releases is going to be 50 songs.
Yes! Some based shit right there. Thank you, bro. That shit's cool.
50 songs of Vaquero and Volume 1. It's going to be brand new songs. No re-releases, no nothing. It's just going to be all new shit.
Um,
Produced by me entirely.
Damn. I assume that's not going on cassette though. Too much.
Oh, no, it is. It
Damn,
is.
bro.
It's going on cassette. And the album cover artwork is out and available to look at on my page. Shout out Dead Hippie for drawing that shit for me. You know what I'm saying? He's one talented motherfucker, bro. Fucking magician with the pen to paper. Real shit.
Shouts out Dead Heavy. Great
Oh,
artist, bro.
God.
Music and
Shout out Dead
drawing.
Hippie and all the Closed Casket records, man. I fuck with them.
Oh man, you got me excited, bro. We're gonna talk after this, obviously, but thank you for coming on the show. Links in the description to your music, and thanks for coming on the podcast, man.
No problem, homie. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, peace out. Bye.
Peace.